Today we're going to be reading the New 52 Futures End, the one-shot Superman and Wonder Woman. So the comic starts off with Superman from Futures End talking to Wonder Woman. It also has a title card in the bottom right saying Futures End War Peace. This comic starts off with Superman saying, "Diana, this isn't what you think." And Diana responds with, "If you have been taken, then all of us has lost hope." Then it cuts to Superman in present time in Tartarus beyond Doom's Door, with Superman and Wonder Woman laying down on the ground with a bunch of monsters around them. Where Superman says, as he holds Diana, "I was never your enemy." As Diana and Superman are standing in Tartarus, they are reminiscing on what they remember. The last thing Diana remembers was defending the End Fortress, and an army of the dead was risen. With the help of Hades, they were about to be overrun by armies of Nemesis. It was the last stand, the last chance to save the world. Superman says he is sorry. Diana then says, "None of this was real. Nemesis infected you somehow, made you see enemies everywhere. She made you think you were fighting her, when in reality, you've been down here in Tartarus fighting demons." "For how long?" says Wonder Woman says. "How long have I been here, frightened of the shadows? Has she won?" Superman says, "Not yet, but we don't have much time. The world needs us, Diana." Diana then says, "You entered Tartarus, the hell of the Titans, from me, after all that has happened between us." And Superman says he's heard something about that, and he did. Wonder Woman then gets a little upset with Superman after this, and got really mad at Clark for taking a risk to come in here to help her out. They then smirk together after Superman says, "Isn't it obvious why he came here?" "Let's go. I know the way," says Diana. Superman then says, "You always do." Then a huge monster appears on the screen, while Diana says, "It's through the monster's mouth." "Wonderful," says Superman. Superman then says, "Didn't seem so bad on the way in." And Wonder Woman responds with, "Of course, Clark. It's often easier to get into something than it is to get out. You and I know all well too much." Then they see a door, Doom's door. Diana then says, "Tell me who you really are." And Superman says, "Diana, wait. If you fight like Clark, you do not act like him. These days he hides on his farm in Africa, far from everything, and he risks nothing, and he certainly would take no risk for me. Are you the Manhunter, or perhaps another trick, another demon for me to kill?" "You're right, I am Clark, but not today's Clark. I've been pulled forward through time from about 4 years ago, and can't stay long. Your generals did it. When they needed someone to enter Tartarus to find you, and they couldn't get in touch with the Superman of today." Superman and Wonder Woman then leave Doom's door in Themyscira as they look off into the distance of a destroyed Themyscira. "You brought her out, thank the gods. They had nothing to do with it. I need a report. What has happened while I was gone?" "Report!" "Nemesis has advanced. I can see that. What of our forces?" "Themyscira is all that is left. The last Nemesis has taken the rest. It happened so quickly, Diana. She took the league. She started with Bruce. He already saw enemies everywhere he looked, says Superman. And once she had Batman, the rest, they fell one by one. But this isn't the end. We can still fight. No, says Wonder Woman. We cannot. I had time to think when we were walking out of Tartarus. And what I thought about was Nemesis should not have been able to take me. Not that easily. And that informs what I do next. Do we attack? Says the army. No. My brave Amazons, I give you another task. You must hold here as long as you can. Is this your order? It is. Then that is what we shall do, my queen. Superman and Diana then fly away to Olympus to have a talk with Apollo. Fleeing a sinking ship, Diana. I'm not sure Olympus will be much safer, even for a god of war. Sun god. Sun god? You look well, says Superman. Is that a joke? If so, it is. It is incredibly poor taste, Superman. You won the war. Do not gloat, says the sun god. We are not here to hide, Apollo. I need to use your scrying pool. I would see how my sisters fare. Be my guest, Diana. After your time, but for now, the great war fought between the heroes of Earth and the gods of many, the avatars were involved as well. What did he mean, a war? And we won? We won then, but we may lose now. Here, look at this. Then shows a map of all the forces attacking Themyscira. Wonder Woman tells Superman to follow her in the sky, to fly away with her above everything. No more weapons, just us. The gods are weak since the war, and there's no guarantee that they would fight Nemesis in any case. Another last stand, then. Are you surprised? Last stands are part of the job description. What is this place? Is the answer to the riddle I've been asking myself, Clark. How could Nemesis take me? I'm the god of war. I should be invincible. Title card. Okay. Alright. I could not see it. And then finally I understood. I thought I could change war from within. I've always known there's a time to fight. I am a warrior of Themyscira, the daughter of Hippolyta and Zeus. But from every prayer for victory for some murderous aggressor, every child soldier hoping to find glory in the battle so their sergeants would feed them that day. Ooh. For the strength to kill an enemy for whatever reason. For 5 years, I heard them all. I found righteousness, helped where I could, and changed nothing. I went deeper and fought harder, and nothing changed except us. We changed. Do you know the very first thing Nemesis did when she started this war? She killed people here, Clark. This is her tomb. Their tomb. It seemed like the natural move, symbolic, but was not. It was tactical. It was a strike against me. She's here, Diana. She found us. It's Nemesis. And if peace is dead, what is left? Only war she created. A world of war, of course. She was able to turn me. Wonder Woman then kisses Superman. This is the worst relationship in comics. Had to point that out. Superman then sits there and fights off everything that's coming towards them. Give me time to convince the spirit what I already know. I should never have been war. War is aggression. War is base. War is cruel. War is death. I love life. I love peace. I'd go follow me on Comic Geeks. It's the same username I have on YouTube. And also, I'd go follow my TikTok, which is also the same username as my YouTube. I post more room tours and I post my comic book collection when I get every new comic book day on Wednesday. And I really hope you enjoyed this video. This is my first time trying to do this, and I want to be able to do more in the future. I'm mostly going to be covering the New 52 features and one-shots for now, but I do have a lot of comics I could cover. Let me know if there's any comics you want me to cover so I can hopefully get better at this. Thank you, and goodbye.